Good morning, everybody. Today, Dr. Inakshi ma'am is on leave, so I'm taking the class behalf of her. So the topic is principles of health education. I'll just check if I'm on live. Yes, I am on live. Yeah. Okay. So yes, uh, as you guys know, health education it is a most important part of SPM. I mean, a part of community medicine, and the and it is a backbone for community medicine. Like health education is nothing but we will educate or we will teach people that like or benefits or some effects or what are the what are the causes or something like that. It is we are teaching them or we are educating them about something. Okay, so it is a backbone for community medicine. So we'll know the principles of health education today. Okay, good. I'm seeing people coming in. Okay. Guys, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask your doubts in the chat box. I am parallelly watching the chat box beside me. Okay. So if you have any doubts, just let me know. Yes. So health education brings together the art and science of medicine and the principles and practice of general education. It involves inculcation of habits concerned with the objectives of healthful living. Now, learning is not only school education or something. It begins when we are a kid, and then it goes on till we are adults and old age. Okay, so each individual learns, and through learning develops the modes of behavior by which he lives. Learning and teaching are two-way process of transaction in human relations. Yes, a teacher cannot teach unless people wants to learn. Okay, but because of this pandemic, this is the online classes where we will not understand whether you guys are listening to the class. Yes, it is good. Updating in YouTube, you guys can go on see the classes later on. But if it would be an interactive session, it would be much better. So, okay. Next, it is possible to abstract certain principles of learning and use them in health education. Yes, coming to the first principle, it is credibility. Okay, credibility. What do you mean by credibility? It is a degree to which the message to be communicated is perceived as trustworthy. Okay, good health education must be consistent and compatible with scientific knowledge and also with the local culture, education system, and social goals. Unless people have trust and confidence in the communicator, no desired action will ensue after receiving the message. Okay, so when we go to give health education or give knowledge about some topic to the community, we have to gain their trust first. Like that, whatever we are giving is, I mean, we have to prove it that yes, it is a correct way. So we would like to involve the local leaders over there, religious leaders over there, because because those people already are in the community and they have already already they have few relations with the with that people in that village or something like that. Then already they have their trust. So when you involve them in any health education, the people tend to believe or tend to at least listen, get motivated by the by what these their leaders or uh, yeah, leaders or their uh, what leaders tell them. So we have to keep that in mind. And if okay, I'll give you an example. if there is a very low immunization coverage in one village, and if we want to go and correct that immunization coverage, or we have to get that into a goal of into a target that we would want to assume in that village, we have to go and know the problems for getting that low immunization coverage from that village. Because if I just know, I mean, if I just get the report saying that immunization coverage of that village is very less, around if you say 60%, and we have to get 90% or 95%, or and then if I get a team, and then if we go there, and then we say, okay, let's get this to 95% or get this 90%. No, that's not the right part. First, we have to know the problems that led to the low immunization coverage. So there would be many reasons. One would be the unavailability of vaccines at the correct time, the less number of vaccines at the vaccination spots, or there's no proper planning with ashas and ANMs and people coming into the vaccination centers. So all these are also problems. We have to look into that also, so that so that we will educate them properly. Or we just, if we assume that people do not have education, knowledge about vaccination, and then we just go and say, motivate them like, yes, you have to get vaccinated, yes, your kids get your kids should be vaccinated. They will not understand, because they will be willing and to come to the vaccination center, and then they go back getting all these reasons. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is there are other reasons, other points also where we have to understand, and then you have to start with the health education. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. Next principle is interest. Okay, a health education program would be as useless as asking people to be healthy as a nutrition program asking people to eat good food. I'll explain that. Health educators must find the real health needs of the people. If a health program is based on felt needs, people will gladly participate in the program, and only then it will be people's program. Okay, what does this interest tell you? Yes, this point of nutrition program asking people to eat good food. Okay, so you keep a campaign, or you keep placards and then say it's a nutrition week and then you have to eat good food. They will not understand what is good food. They think that okay, they're eating 3 meals a day. That is only big thing for them, and they're eating good food because it's freshly made. So we have to specify, we have to tell them, we have to educate them what is what are the dietary allowances for fiber or carbs or proteins. All these we have to explain them properly, and then not only asking them to be healthy, we have to tell them how, like if they have to lead a disease free life and then also be healthy, like being physically active, and then approaching doctors or approaching clinics when they find themselves ill or fall sick. So all that we have to educate properly. And one more thing, you have these felt needs when you go into a community or a village or any a group where you understand that there is a problem. Then you go and identify the felt need of the people over there. Like if you see, if you take an example of some gastroenteric infection or diarrhea going on in one village, then you go there and then you find water, the well being contaminated, or the lake. There'll be only one lake where people have baths, wash clothes, and only from there they drink water. So there are certain needs in that village. So you go there, you understand that, you ask them, and then you make them participate in some of the program, like yes, like creating, I mean, building up a well, or cleaning that lake. I mean, not cleaning exactly, like making people not entering into the lake for their personal uses. If that lake is for drinking purpose, you're supposed to ask them to utilize water from somewhere else for their domestic like that. You start a campaign, or then you take people as a group, and then you make them role plays. Then you make some dramas or skits to make others understand. So then people will participate in that program also, and then you will have much change in the people's behavior later on. I hope am I hope I am clear. Uh, if you feel it difficult, you can just message in the chat box. There are only 5 people. Okay. I will lose interest if I see that number. Okay. So very often there are groups who may have health needs of which they are not aware. The health educators will have to bring about a recognition of the needs before he proceeds to tackle them. That's what I told you as an example. Okay. So next is participation. Now participation is a keyword based on the psychological principle of active learning. It aims at encouraging people to work actively with health workers and others in identifying their own health problems, and also in developing solutions and plans to work them out. A high degree of participation tends to create a sense of involvement, personal acceptance, and decision making. The Alma Ata Declaration states the people have a right and duty to participate individually and collectively in the planning and implementation of their health care. Okay, so what is this participation mean? Now, at the basic grassroots level of our primary health care are ASHA workers and ANMs. So these we will recruit these ASHA and ANMs from that communication itself. Sorry, from that community itself. I hope you all know this point. So so that that person is a local, and then she will know all the problems of the people staying in her village, and so that she can communicate easily with other with those people there, and she can come up with any solution, or then what do people think. She knows better. So this is what participation mean. And one more thing is, um, if you if we know that in a certain village the family planning methods are very less in a village, then we would like to increase, um, tell them or teach them in such a manner that they come up with the demand for family planning methods, like condoms, or vasectomy or tubectomy, or OCPs, or gap method, anything. So we have to educate them in such a way that they will come back with a demand to you. So that is also a kind, is participation. Yes. Next is motivation. And every person has a fundamental desire to learn. Awakening this desire is called motivation. There are two types of motives, primary and secondary. Primary are inborn desires, sex, hunger, survival. Secondary motives based on desires created by outside forces or incentives like praise, love, rivalry, reward, punishment, and recognition. Okay. So, like even take, you guys, if you have exams, like final exams coming up, then you sit for from morning till night, and then you will not get up saying, yes, I have to finish this, I have to pass these exams, or I have to get distinction in this subject, or get gold medal in this subject. So that is a constant motivation that you have in your mind. Okay, then you stick some proverbs on the wall, and then do all that because you want to keep yourself motivated. So that is also another kind of example that I'm trying to give you, so that it won't be so dry. So then you listen to motivational speeches online, so you constantly keep yourself focused on one point. So like the same thing in health education also, you have to motivate others so that you get a change in that community. You have to encourage them if there's a small change, like if as I'm talking before, immunization coverage. You after going, after coming to know that there's a less immunization coverage, You cannot ask, or you cannot you, like you can, you if you want to know the reasons, but you cannot just say why is it such low coverage, why is it so low, is very poor work. No, the workers over there know the problems already. So when you go there, you have to say like, so okay, after knowing the problems is a good coverage, but we would like to increase it more. So this is what will create that environment between the workers and you as a health educator. As a health educator, they where they also understand that yes, okay, you are also understanding the ground reality. Then they come up with some solution, or they come up with some ideas where they can increase the immunization coverage. Okay, so that is called the motivation. You will you will not criticize, but you have to encourage them further. In health education, we make use of motivation to change behavior. Okay, so whatever, if people as I told you before, if people come forward for role plays, then you encourage them saying, wow, yes, good, you have come up. So you can just motivate, and then they will bring other people saying, yes, the ma'am or sir is very friendly and very encouraging, you can just participate, it'll be fun. So you create a link where there will be a total change of behavior in the community. So motivation is contagious. One motivated person may spread motivation throughout the group. Okay, so that's what I told you. If you start like if example, if I take a smoking person, if you try to make him reduce cigarettes per day, then he will definitely see little bit of change in his life, and then he will get motivated to reduce more number of cigarettes per day, and then he will spread that to his friend. So that is a change. Okay, okay, that is too much for you all to understand. I'll come back to our normal daily what do you say uh, problem of our life, that is weight loss. Many of us, even boys, they want to build six pack like heroes, or be, have all muscles and all that. And then girls want to be lean, to try all dresses and look amazing in photos and in weddings. So, when you start at the beginning, when you start, you will be like, no, no, it's okay. I'll just eat one sweet today. I'll eat two sweets. It's okay. We'll start tomorrow. So that will change when you start losing at least 1 kg. The moment when you lose 1 kg, then you will understand. I mean, then you'll be more strict to your diet or to your exercise. Then you will, lose, automatically lose more weight, and then you feel good. You are, you feel more active, and then you motivate yourself more and more, and then you motivate your family members to join you in your exercise, and then you tell your friends. So that is what is motivation. So in this way, motivation is contagious. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding this. Are the slides clear? Are you all able to see the lines? Because I mean, are they blurred or something? Can anybody reply to me? Are you able to see the slides properly? The words over there? Okay, I think there's some blur. These images are blurred or something. I don't know. Can you all please tell me? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your response. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. See, this way I understand that you guys are listening to me. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is a motivation, just a picture to make you all understand. So see, I told you all performance. It gives you more energy to give more of your time towards your weight loss exercises. Oh my God, what happened? Okay. Yes. Then it brings up with ideas of how to get more effect and then yes, ultimately yes, you get success, and then yes, there's a change in your attitude. Yes, there you will have support, and then yes, yes, you get encouraged or you encourage others, and yes, it will make you keep goals, certain goals per time to reach them. Okay. Okay, yes. Next is comprehension. In health education, we must know the level of understanding, education, and literacy of people to whom the teaching is directed. We should always communicate in the language people understand and never use words which are strange and new to the people. Teaching should be within the mental capacity of the audience. Okay, yes. So, what does this mean? In simple language, I'll tell you that you're a doctor in OPD, and then a patient comes. Then you say, okay, your diagnosis, you write it down, and then you give him a syrup, and then say, take this two times a day, two spoonfuls. He will not understand that. So you will have to tell them, you show that syrup bottle, and then you tell, the lid already has the demarcation. So you show in that lid how much you have to take after eating or before eating or when in the evening or something. You have to explain him, so then only he will understand. Okay. And yes, at the same time, in the same way, when you're doing health education in a community, you have to know the level of understanding. Like what is their level of understanding of that concept what you're talking about. You can ask questions on them on it before you start, and then if it's a village, where there are primary school and high school and proper other government offices, yes, you can understand or estimate that okay, the education in that area is kind of okay, and you understand even education level through surveys done in that village on a regular basis. So then you can go ahead with all that. So if you get a feedback or you get a survey saying education and literacy of people in that village is very low, then you have to come to a very low level of teaching the people, so that they'll understand the seriousness of the topic that you're going to discuss, and then they will understand at least, not total, because because if we take class, our mind wanders, so we will not expect them to learn every topic. But yes, they should be able to take 2 points or 3 points, important points, as a takeaway message. Okay, so we will have to know that also. So comprehension is that we have to be very simple when teaching, when educating people. Okay, and I hope I'm clear. Okay, next principle is reinforcement. If there is no reinforcement, there is every possibility of the individual going back to the pre-awareness stage. If the message is repeated in different ways, people are more likely to remember it. Therefore, repetition at interval is necessary. Okay. So, what is reinforcement? Okay. Now, what is pre-awareness stage in this slide? Pre-awareness stage is the stage where you start the health education. Okay, where people do not know anything about that topic, or the knowledge is not that much that you want. Like if you take immunization coverage, where you came to know that the vaccines and the trained health workers over there administering the vaccine are also good at their skills. The ANMs, ASHA have told everybody, knock their door saying your kid has to be vaccinated tomorrow. So there's a vaccination camp here. So everything is set, everything is good, but people do not turn up to the vaccination camp. So then you will understand that the knowledge of the village or the community people are no is not good. So then you go and educate them on vaccination or tika, if you say. So that is called pre-awareness stage. So when uh, you know just do that once and then go back, and then you just forget, that people will come back to their normal lives, and again it starts again the immunization coverage again goes back to less. So what you do is reinforcement. So you keep telling them or educating them, or keep these campaigns regularly, keep these vaccination advertisements or placards or pamphlets around, then they will keep understanding, okay, yes, this is what they taught us, these are the important points of vaccination. Then you have to have some pictorial photos in PHCs or Anganwadis, where they will keep on, getting reminded of all that you told. So another example here that we can say is, in this pandemic, masks and sanitizer or washing hands. Washing hands is better. So yes, at the beginning they told mask, keep on mask, washing hands. Now when the days are coming to normal, or when people are understanding new normal is there, you the people stopped wearing masks, stopped doing washing hands. Hmm? So, I mean, stopped washing hands regularly like before. So that is what happens. So, this is the most crucial time where we have to again educate people that yes, now when there's all people outside, when there are so much gatherings and normal activities going on, this is the most important time that you people have to have masks on, have to do frequent hand washing. So this is the way we can prevent the second wave or prevent more infections, continuation of the pandemic. So this is what reinforcement is. Okay. This is okay. Okay, next is learning by doing. Learning is an action process, not a memorizing one. Okay, so example for this I will give you is ORS. If you go to a community and then you prepare, you tell them how to prepare an ORS at home. You prepare it and then you then say okay, that's all. No, you will have to after preparing an ORS or giving a demo, then you have to call one of the member from the community or people who are listening to your class or your demo session. Then you ask them to come up onto the stage and then you ask them to repeat what you did, or do or prepare an ORS in this scene. So like that, people will understand how it is done exactly. Okay. Even if you take cooking classes, many of you girls must have tried, or boys also. Many of you people must have tried cooking classes on YouTube. Easy way, easy snack recipe at in the evenings when you have free time and then you have these snacking craving. So you just open and then you see 5 or 6 videos where it is like easy ones, and then you just stop. You will not do it. You will just say okay. But when you take one video and then you try to make it, then you will understand the process, then you will understand how it is made. Okay, so that is what is learning by doing. Next is known to unknown. So first, in health education work we must proceed like from the concrete to the abstract, from the particular to the general, from the simple to the more complicated, from easy to the more difficult, and from known to the unknown. These are the rules in teaching. We start with the people are and with what they understand, and then proceed to new knowledge. Okay, understood this? So nothing but we'll understand or we'll know what people already know. Then we will go to the unknown part. So in this, it will be a more of interactive session where we'll ask questions and then they'll answer. So this is what is known to unknown. So new knowledge will bring about a new and large understanding which can give rise to an insight into the problem. It is a long process full of obstacle and resistance, and we must not accept quick. We must not accept quick results. We must not expect quick results. Okay. Next is setting an example. The health educator should set a good example in ethics he is teaching. If he is explaining the hazards of smoking, he will not be very successful if he himself smokes. Because if he is talking about the small family, he will not get very far if his own family size is big. Okay. So this is a huge important point where many of us will forget. So if we're talking the same example, if we ask some celebrity to talk about any like rise of smoking, and then people already know that he's a chain smoker or he smokes a lot, then there'll be no use at all. So the person who is trying to educate the population should be an example. Okay. Next is good human relations. Sharing of information, ideas, and feeling happen most easily between people who have a good relationship. Building good relationship with people goes hand in hand with developing communication skills. Okay. The importance of good human relations, it reduces conflict. That is, it reduces fighting. It assists people in focusing on matters of influence and not on matters of concern. It stimulates a harmonious working environment. It reduces the time spent on handling difficult customers and employees. It makes you a nice person to work and be with. Okay. So these are the importance of good human relations. Like this, you can get your work done properly in the way you expected. So okay, so that is all for today. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, I'll be here for another 1 minute. I think I finished class early only. So I'll be here for your questions or queries. You can just message them here. And please, your feedback is also important. Yeah, coming to the feedback, I think I've missed that point. Yeah, other point that I missed here is feedback from the people that you educated. After that, after giving a health education session or some demo session or any class or any example, any kind of health education to the people, you would like to ask the feedback of them, feedback of the session that they've understood. Like, it's not like giving the pamphlets or giving them normal forms that you get in restaurants, the feedback, how's the ambience, how is the speaker. No, 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 not that. You will have to ask what did they understand. You will have to ask what they did not understand, the terms that they understood or not, or the seriousness of the topic that you discussed. So all these, if you ask and if they answered it correct the way you expected, not exactly 100 out of 100 kind of answers, but at least little bit of knowledge that they understand. So then yes, then that is a good feedback. I mean, that in that way you can understand that yes, you made them understand something. But if people and if you ask them what are the areas that that they did not understand, then you can work on it and then you can come back and then you can do another session where you can focus on what they did not understand. So feedback gives you a much important part of health education, where you directly understand the people's mindset, where they can understand or not. Okay, so that is another important point. Another important point that I missed is leaders. The leaders that participate in this health education are also important, because they will motivate the people or make them understand, yes, the health education or this matter that we are going to talk is important. So they are also important part of health education. So yeah, that's all. So any questions? Any questions till now? Shall I end it then? I hope you all are safe and nicely enjoying at home, but at the same time preparing for your exams. Okay. Mm. And yes, thank you so much for your such good response on your Google Forms on the research that I am doing on physical activity levels before and during April May I mean of the COVID-19. It's good. I got a huge response from you guys. But if anybody did not fill the form, please do fill the form and submit. Okay. If all of you guys have submitted and filled it, okay, just leave it. But if anybody whoever is listening to the class who did not fill the form, please do it, fill it. Okay. And your batch has been amazing. I got a huge response from your batch. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'll end it then. Okay. Yeah. Have a good day. Enjoy.